Well, hello again, the internet. It's me, ams.a here, and welcome to episode 29 of Minecraft Creative, in which, once again, as is tradition, at least once a week on this channel, Premiere Rush is not showing me the footage on screen, but I can tell you for a fact that we are working with some lime terracotta, including glazed variation of it. Oh, here we go. Bamboo trapdoors and lots of bamboo, because we are filling in one of the other little buildings from last episode, in which I just kind of did a big block of them. I'm definitely going to be doing more like this because, well, it was relatively simple. I definitely want to bulk out this town a bit more. I'm sure at some point I will think about trying to do something a bit more exciting with them, because I probably should. I've got to record some footage today thinking about it. That'll be interesting. I don't know what I'm going to build yet. So, obviously there I just kind of went back from it, because I've officially finished that section for now, because I was going to work on what was going to be a tavern, but isn't a tavern, it's now just a house. And you'll notice sometimes in the videos I now just kind of fly back to a certain point to try and get the composition looking right. That's just me being a bit, questionable about whether or not I think my builds are going to work, because normally everything's built on one flat level, so it's really quite uninteresting. Anyways, going into this build, I wanted to start by, well, first putting down cobblestone, but once again, I've been watching a heck of a lot of Hermitcraft, and Misadventures SMP, and trying to learn how to build things better. So I really wanted to work in different textures to cobblestone, so that include, I think is it brain coral or bubble coral, whichever is the one. I used two of them in there to get a couple of different things, as well as things like tough and the grey pale moss. That's the name of it. Oh my god, that snake thing that I have on my mic stand is so dusty. Ew. Anyways, I still work in a similar manner. I can't always get my brain to just place different blocks randomly. I have to put down my base colour and then shade and texture it. So here you'll see it's all cobblestone and pale oak, and then I'm going to go in and texture those later. I've already picked out my texturing blocks, but I haven't placed them because I find it much easier. Again, here with the mangrove, and then I went in. Originally, I was going to put it with jungle. I think I changed it out to dark oak later in the episode because I decided the colour looked better. So you can see here, I'm just trying to break it up. This wasn't about adding extra dimension. If you were building, like, say, a castle or something, you might put darker colours in the corners to do fancy stuff with it. But that's not the point here. The point here was just breaking it up so it's not one solid colour and trying to liven it up. You'll also notice that the green building, technically in front of it, but that's in the background of this video, I didn't texture the back. That was my mistake. I might go back and fix it eventually, but odds are I won't. Why? Because I don't know if I can actually be bothered. Anyways, I can't remember if I put any windows on this house. I'm starting to think I didn't, which is perfectly fine. But that's certainly a choice. Oh, I also had to work in night vision, because I couldn't be bothered to put light blocks down. That was I'll do this towards the end if I need to kind of thing. Once again, originally I wanted this to be a tavern that had like 2 floors. However, I realised that the way that the layout was going to work, it was just a bit off, and I had a kind of just a certain amount of space. So I built a giant chimney, because I wanted a giant chimney on this build. Anyways, I then went in and started picking out some other... Oh, I then separated a wall off upstairs so there could be like a bedroom. I believe I put that cobblestone in to signify where the door was going to go. At least I assume that's what that was, or it was something to do with the shaping of the building, which is equally plausible. Who knows? I did film this a week ago. I should probably remember that, but hey-ho. Such is life. And then I went in and put a bed, not much behind the colour choice of the bed, then storage, books, lecterns, lanterns, your standard kind of things. I wanted it to be basic, like this person, yeah, they have some stuff, but not loads, and then go in and add some beams, because beams are fun. I like putting beams in my builds. Oh, and then I started weathering the roof. Now, I don't know if I actually like what I've done here. It was an experiment. I decided, because it was fully dark oak, to take spruce and kind of put it in patches where, particularly if like the sea air was going to be coming off and potentially blown into it, because this side is the most exposed, I put a bit more of the whatchamacallit down. Oh god, let's not talk about me trying to do the top of this chimney. I'm please excuse me randomly yawning. I don't know why that started now. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the chimney. It is a look. I think that's all I really have to say about it. The chimney is a look. Anyways, I don't remember what I was saying before. Oh, texturing the roof. I was trying to think about it as like, you know, it's probably going to be getting exposed to the elements on this house. It's kind of, it's not like there's a bunch of houses densely packed together in this, but yes, they are quite dense. This is kind of going to be wedged in the middle of a bunch of builds eventually, but the here and now of it is it's an older structure. It was likely built before the ones that are now in front of it. I imagine it would be more weathered and little details like that. Oh, and throwing in mossy variations of the bricks. Yeah, that's the right word. Of the bricks. Just to try and, again, make it look aged. Because if I just left it with all the grey, it kind of implies, well, it's just different textured rocks. Not necessarily this has been here for a very long time. I then went in and added some lighting outside. Once again, lanterns. We're sticking to a theme here. Apparently I stared at a fence post for a very, very long time. Why am I yawning? If you do enjoy my rambling though, do make sure to like and subscribe, because this is what every single one of my videos is like. It is an experience. Anyways, going back to working on the actual thing, I went in and I added a bunch of clutter to the remaining space in the attic. I also filled in with clutter downstairs. There's a table, there's a little sofa, there's books. The staircase is and the staircase in the back door is kind of in an awkward position. I should have put the back door on the other side, because then it would have given me more space to say have added a sofa in a separate area, but that's not what I did. I also used trapdoors to add kind of a mantelpiece looking thing over the fireplace so that I could put trinkets on there, mostly just flowers. There's a couple of amethysts in here. There's a painting. I think I used Low Mist as my painting of choice for this one. And once again, I really love the new Minecraft paintings. They're so much fun to put into builds, because there's just now, I feel like there's ones that are more kind of like modern art, and there's ones that are more like, I don't know, they look like they're from the Renaissance, and I'm gonna like go into a fancy church and look on the ceiling and see that painting. Anyways, that is in fact the end of this video. Bye.